You guys can see my screen?
Yes, it's loading. Yeah, perfect. Now we have the whole presentation. Cool.
Um,
Ready for you, Bia.
Okay, so good morning again. My name is Beatriz Sousa from Seca. I'm PhD candidate from State University of Maringá. I'm so excited to present the IRaMuTeQ. It's a software that I work almost 3.5. And today, my presentation is titled Introduction to IRaMuTeQ from Text Analysis to Data Visualization. And why we need to analyze the test? Because test is everywhere, like surveys, interviews, questionnaires, social media, and papers, things like that. And when we understanding the meanings, the patterns, and the relationship behind the words, we can identify categories and themes, discover insight and social representation, and also support evidence-based and qualitative research. So since the 18th year, the computer-aided qualitative data analysis software expand the use of tools and qualitative research to enhance the qualitative of words and language, but the most of this program requires some paid license, and this limit the access, especially in countries like low and middle countries that have some limited funding, like Brazil. For example, NVivo, SPSS, and other softwares need to pay, and the most of this software they are very expensive. So IRaMuTeQ, it's a interface the airport list analysis, multidimensionalis, the text at the questionnaires. It's a French software created by Pierre Ratinou, and this researcher initially studied social representation. So IRaMuTeQ, it's building in Python language and connected to our software. And in Brazil, especially since 2013, gained prominence in qualitative research, promoting accessibility, transparency, and scientific rigor. So IRaMuTeQ provides a lexical, frequency, proximity, and similarly analysis, and based in a vocabulary in multiple graphical representations. The analysis can be performed from a text or database, we call metrics, and some advantages of these softwares is because the software is free, open source, and multilingual. It can handle large volumes of tests. It's very easy to use the software. The simple interface, so we can, in the first view of software, we can try and put some tests to understand how this text behavior, and saves analytical time, highlights hiding patterns and trends, supports multiple research fields, and enhance research visibility. So there are some limitations of this software because in installation of process of the installation sometimes can be some issues if you, for example, have the R software installed in your computer, but it's easily to fix these issues. um IRaMuTeQ also demanding corpus construction, so we need to have a large tests and of interviews or things like that. This limited dissemination, it's not very in Brazil we use a lot, but in other parts of the world we don't have a lot use of this IRaMuTeQ. And some analysis require specific data formats. So the IRaMuTeQ, it's based on a group of tests about a specific topic or theme, and we call a text corpus. Basically, the IRaMuTeQ is based on lexicographic analysis and focus on lemmatization when we're reducing words to their root form, calculates the word frequency and distribution patterns within the corpus, and provides a first overview of the textual structure and vocabulary richness. And the use of IRaMuTeQ, like other qualitative softwares, facilitate provides a definition and analysis of categories, increases the methodological rigor, provides a flexible and multidimensional perspective on our data, enhances the data sharing and reproducibility, and encourage the research to reflection on meanings and patterns. And how this corpus work inside the IRaMuTeQ. So the text corpus is basically the set of all tests that we intend to analysis. For example, interviews, we put all interviews in a one only document. It can be mono or multi-thematic, structured with command lines and subvariables. And we need to pay attention because the number, the length, and the theme may influence the results. And basically, we can see the text corpus in this invert pyramid. I don't know if this right word, but first is the textual corpus or textual corporea, is the set of tests to be analyzed. And after we have the text, or each test can be the analytical unit, like interviews, like open questionnaires, or some, for example, if you want to um, uh, analyze systematic review, you can put all the informations of papers, of articles to analyze inside the text. So it's very interesting. And the last unit is the TS or test segments, and the IRaMuTeQ divided the test and main analysis around three lines. So the test analyze all the corpus by three lines for each test. So how can we use IRaMuTeQ? First of all, we need to enter in the website. Here is the homepage of IRaMuTeQ. Unfortunately, in the last week, the site is offline, but when it returns to online platforms, you can enter easily when you search in Google. The documentation, it's based basically in French, but have other translations like Portuguese, Spanish, and English. So it's very easy to understand the website. The next step, we need to put all our tests in a software with Unicode UTF-8 format. For example, LibreOffice or WordPad, we can save in this format. And we need to pay attention if you already run your code, your test in your IRaMuTeQ, you cannot open your document in other Microsoft application because these programs may introduce some bugs or errors and cause some issues in your document. The fourth step, we need to install our software. It's easily and have the link in this website. And we need to install IRaMuTeQ and follow the configurations that installation provides to you. Next step, we need to update the dictionary. So if you want to use your IRaMuTeQ in Portuguese, for example, you can choose the language of, or if you want to use in English, you can choose the language. So it's very democratic to use this software. And the installation, like I said, is sometimes can may occur some issues. If you have is already installation R in your computer, but we have a lot of documentations, articles, and YouTube videos to fix this problem. So after the installation, we need to prepare the textual corpus. And first of all, we need to put all our text in a single file documentation, use the UTF Unicode format. The next step, we need to separate all the tests in command lines. So, for example, if you have 10 interview, you need to put this 10 interview in each line command. For example, the first interview, we put 4 asterisks, space, asterisks, the identification, underscore, and the number of identification. For example, first interview, and things like that. If you don't have this command line, the IRaMuTeQ don't can read the corpus. So this process, it's very important. IRaMuTeQ run all the analysis. Like I said, the lines of corpus can be monothematic or thematic structure. If you have, for example, one research question or one aim of your research, but if you have, for example, or if you want, my connection is unstable.
You're fine. We can
It's
hear.
all fine. Okay. Uh, Return it. If you have a thematic structure, for example, if you want to analyze scoping review, you can separate like introduction, aim, methods, results, and things like that. And the software can understand all these themes. The next step, we need to train corpus analysis. So we need to revise and correct the file, like punctuation, diminutives. You cannot use diminutives in our corpus, special characters, and write the numbers in full. So this is some punctuation allowed in our corpus. This is our other, it's not allowed in our corpus. This is our example. Sorry, it's in Portuguese, but it's very too easy to understand. This is the command line. So we put 4 asterisk space identification. This other things is the variables. So if you have social demographic variables, you can put all these variables in this line, and the corpus and the software will understand all the variables. So it's very interesting. This is the monothematic example, and this is the thematic example. So theme 1, theme 2, and things like that. The 5 steps, we need to remove all the questions or comments of researchers. So we need to put only the answers of participate. So here is only the answers of the individual that is participating of research. So we need to suppress all the questions and comments. The formattation, we cannot use any formattation like justification, bold, italics, and other text effects. We need to put the acronyms in standard, these acronyms in lowercase letter, and put underscore in component words and prolixed words. In Portuguese, we have a lot of words and a lot of types of words that we put the verbal thing, and we need to, for example, if you have tornei-me, we need to suppress o me of the end of a word and put in the initial of a phrase. So here is the interface of IRaMuTeQ. It's very easy to understand. I think I like to think this is a video game and we can try again and run some analysis to understand how the words and the corpus perform it and how is the behavior of this word. So it's very interesting. This is our analysis. It's in Portuguese too, but this first is statistic. This is the correspondence factor analysis. This is a new analysis of IRaMuTeQ. Have a recent update of software, so this is a new analysis. This is a similarly analysis, and this is the word cloud. Um, when you put your corpus in a software, you can choose some configurations that you want to run in your analysis. For example, in the first here, we have the name of corpus. Second, we have the format that this documentation, so we need to put UTF-8 all language. If you want to run your corpus in Portuguese or in English, we need to put what is your language here. And this other one, we need to leave like this and click in OK. First step, this is the description of corpus. So if you have 10 text in your corpus, the number need to show here. In this example, we have 41 text. So we need to, if the number is different here, we need to revise the documentation and put again in the software. When you start the analysis, the first table that show to you is this one, and the properties is the forms of or types of words that you want to put in your analysis. I like to run in this format and put the adjective, adverb, form non-recognized, non-common, and supplementary, and verb. And when I show the interface of IRaMuTeQ, I can show how we can change these numbers.
Hey, you guys know it's election day, right?
Sorry?
Go
Great.
ahead. It's okay.
Thank you. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. So this is the analysis. The first analysis that I want to show to you guys is the lexical statistics. Is the first overview of IRaMuTeQ. Is the simple analysis. In this analysis, the list of words is based on frequency and grammatical class, performed with lemmatization, like I said, reducing verbs to their base form, and provides a graphic called zip-feed diagram. It's based on logarithmic relationship between frequency and quantify of words. So here is the informations of analysis. First of all, we have the number of tests. So if you have 10 interview, here need to show 10 numbers of tests. The occurrences is all words that we have in our corpus. The forms is the unique words, so it's the different types of words. The aspas is the number of words that occurs one time in your corpus, and the mean of occurrence per test, it's based on this number. So this is the zip feed diagram. Basically, we have each red dot represent in a word. So in the I-axis, we have the frequency of words. In the X-axis, we have the quantify of this word. So in this point here, we have that word, those words that have a lot of frequencies. In this one, we have the aspas, that those words that show once time in your corpus. And the values are presenting a descending logarithmic scale. The attention that we need to hear is this graphic need to show with other analysis, because it's very simple and other analysis is more complex. So this is a first overview of behavior of your words in your corpus. The next analysis, we have the correspondence factor analysis, CFA, is based on in modalities or variables that you want to see how perform it in your corpus. In this analysis, we need to at least 3 modalities or variables. Is very helpful to detecting patterns, association, or contracts among groups. So like I said in the other slides, if you have, for example, sex, education, identification, and other variables, we can compare in this analysis to see how these variables influence in the corpus and in the analysis. So the forms is the words that presenting in your corpus, the common forms, the types, and things like that. This is example that the one graphic that provide of software in this analysis. For example, I use the sexual words to see how this word influence in each test. So this word in the first test or in the first article that we want to analyze, it's a little positive, but compares to second test, it's very negative. So we can see how this word performed inside our corpus. It's very interesting to see a specific words or specific variables influence in your corpus. The other analysis, this is my favorite one, by the way, it's a Reinhardt method or descending hierarchical classification, DHC, is developed by Max Reinhardt, creator of Alcest, the software Alcest, and basically classifies the tests, the TS, the test segments based on vocabulary similarly. The groups it is put into classes with a lexical association based in chi-square. And we need to, this is the number that we need to use to choose our words in our analysis, and need to be more or equal 3.8 for chi-square. The other information that we need to pay attention is the efficiency of the corpus, and need to be more or equal 75% to provide a good satisfaction of our analysis. So in this example, we have a good efficiency in our corpus, so we can for sure use this analysis. If you have a number less than 75%, we need to abandon this analysis and choose other analysis for your research. This is the graphic provided of this analysis. So we have the factor correspondence to, we have the dendrogram. So this analysis provide classes and divide the corpus into um, TS, test segment. So in this example, we can, for example, create categories or classes of in our results to discuss the informations of our corpus. So it's very interesting to use into your research. This one is similarly analysis. It's my favorite one too. It's based on graph theory and represents the co-occurrences between the words, and we can see how these words perform it in your corpus, and we can find the communities here if you want to, for example, create a new categories in your research. It's very helpful to visualize how the ideas connect in the test and help the research to understand how your test or interview show the results, and it's very interesting. The last one is word cloud. It's very common in in research, but it's very simple because the words is basically showing in the size it by frequency. For example, in this example that I brought here, is sexual is the principal words in our corpus, education, knowledge, student. So it's very interesting. And it's better use other analysis to provide a deeper analysis of your test. Um, here's some examples of papers that we use IRaMuTeQ. This one is part of my master degree. It's a I love this article, by the way. So we basically we create some categories based in this in this graphic. So here we have one class, here we have one class, and here we have other class. Obviously, we need to understand the test before use only the graphic, but it's very helpful to understand how your interview respond or answer your research question. This is the other example, and we use to the similarly analysis. It's very interesting. It's based in therapeutic itinerary, so we can see a path here and understand how this itinerary represent for this population. So it's very interesting if you want to scan the QR code. Here is the other example based in dendrogram. It's the Haynard method. And here in this example, we prefer create three categories to answer the research question. And this article, it's very interesting to understand how the women feeling about the pregnancy during the COVID. This is our references. And let's go see how the IRaMuTeQ performed. So here is the IRaMuTeQ. The most common test that we analyze it's in Portuguese, but if you want to install in English, it's very easy to install. This is the example of corpus. So I put here the identification in the command line, and I review and format the corpus to be easy to software understand how the analysis. So we need to click in this one. Here is the matrix for based in the evocations data collection. I prefer to use this one, but it's very helpful to use in the evoke. So we need to open here, choose the corpus and open. Here we need to change some information. So here we can put UTF-8 Portuguese because my corpus is in Portuguese, is standard, and clicking OK. So here is the most important information that we need to see is the number of tests. Like I say, the tests have 41 tests, so it's right here. It's right. So we need to choose the analysis that you want to perform in your corpus. I will start to a statistic. Here's the properties. And here we can change the information, like I say in the slides. I prefer put in this set. 1 to activity and 2 for supplementary and 0 for other one. Here it's 1, 2, 0. And 1 and 2 to verb and very supplementary. Okay. There, it's a noise when your analysis finish. I love this noise. So it's very interesting. It's a zip feed diagram. So we have the characteristics of our corpus, the total words that present in our corpus, the actives words, the complementaries or supplementaries words, and the aspas that words that show once in our corpus. It's the first analysis of corpus. It's very simple, but it's very interesting to understand how is the behavior of words. The second is the CAA. Okay. If you have other variables here, you can choose to understand the influence of variables. So if you have a lot of variables, it's useful use this analysis. So we click here and put OK. So he is the informations of this analysis. And this one is the graphic provide of this analysis so we can understand the influence of S, the relationship between them. So it's very nice. And here is the types of forms of words present in our corpus. So it's very nice. This one I'm not providing our slides, but it's a new analysis and a more complexity. So I will show just the way. So to provide this graphic. this one, the matrix, and the list of relationship between the compares of our tests. Here is the Reinhardt method.
Yeah, can I ask a question about the earlier plot?
Yeah,
So
here,
yeah, for the heat map, is that the similarity between the texts?
yes,
Okay.
yeah,
So in terms of meaning, in terms of words, how the words are similar or all of that, right?
yes. This I don't have a lot of information of this new analysis, but I think it's based on comparison between the text and how the text influences in this comparison.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So, oh my gosh. These books happen sometimes, but it's don't have any issues. Okay. So here's the important information of this analysis. So we have a good efficiency in our corpus. So here we have the classes or the categories divided in this analysis. And here we can provide them. And it's very helpful to understand and create your results. So I like very this analysis. So here is the words, and you want to translate this dendrogram, you put in now other software and create manually to translate the dendrogram. This is other issue that IRaMuTeQ don't provide the translate yet, but I think in the next years, I think they will put some EAI, artificial intelligence to help the translation. So it's very nice. This one is the similarly. You can choose the frequency of you want to use in your graphic. So you put OK. This one, it's without the communities. It's very simple and based on gray and black color to understand how is the association and the co-occurrences between the words. And if you want to show the color and the communities, we need to click and curves of edges here, communities and halo. It's not Beyonce music. And click OK. And here is the community. So it's very interesting to create the categories, understand your corpus. I like very this graphic in the publication. It fits very well. And the last one is the word cloud. Clicking OK. OK. And here is the word cloud. So IRaMuTeQ is basically this. I want to apologize my accent or some uh, words that I use here in this presentation, but I hope you feel inspired to use IRaMuTeQ, especially because it's a free software. It's easily to perform the analysis. So if you want to add some questions or comments, please send an email for me. And I want to thank you for this opportunity. And I think it's all.
So thank you, Via. How did you learn IRaMuTeQ when you studied?
In YouTube. And some papers that a lot of documentations in internet because it's free software, so a lot of people use the software based in this documentation. And like I said, the website provide the documentation, the tutorial, so it's very easy to understand how this software works.
Nice. Thank you. I'm looking at the website. I wonder when you click run, it always shows us some codes being run, and I can see
Yes,
the R packages in behind. So I
yes.
wonder what packages they are using. But that's
Yes, yes. I think the website it's offline. I don't know why, but in the website provide all the information that you need to install the IRaMuTeQ and also the R software.
Mhm. Yeah, they have you can find the publication for the original when they made the software available. So maybe that's a good resource in the meantime.
Yes, yes.
Definitely look at the website once it's back on. Cool. Anyone has any questions, Subia, on the method or maybe applications on their research or similar things they would like to do?
I have a question. Bia, did you check if we can export these files on another format than PNG or
Yes, when you I show very fast. Here is the exportation of our analysis. The one problem is the format of image. It's only PNG. Yes, PNG. In the format we cannot put in SVS to edit the image. This is the problem with the image, but you can easily find in the file of folder of your exportation or of all the analysis that provided of software. So this is the other things like Excel and information. So basically, the software provided PNG, but
I was
yeah.
wondering because you said that the IRaMuTeQ is linked to R and Python,
Yes.
and I think we have the possibility to export the plots in SVG and edit the captions or legends.
Captions, even the objects themselves.
Yes, yes. I actually need to explore more, especially in R software, but I think we can find the big the problem. I don't know.
Since you get the files like the spreadsheets for the analysis out, maybe we could try to just take the output and generate the figure in R with the data that was generated. So maybe that's a solution. And then you can export
Yes.
it PNG high resolution images.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Because they provide the Excel spreadsheet a lot of information because in the interface of IRaMuTeQ it's only the graphic. So all the exportation is based on in Excel and statistical analysis by R. So I think is a good solution to understand and maybe try to translate or do things like that.
Cool.
Cool.
let's try that in the future.
Yes. I need to explore more.
That's good.
Uh, yes.
All right, folks. Thank you all for coming. Thank you, Bia, for presenting.
Thank you.
Next week, we're starting our seasonal template effort. I'll send an email with more information for folks to join and if you guys want to help. But essentially, our focus is going to be this